Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Root Girl. Welcome to ProBLK. If you if you don't know, I don't know why I just paused like that. What the fuck? If you don't know, tonight's topic is silent cries, the struggles of black men and women. Okay, we both have struggles that we go through. Some are similar, some are similar, some are not. And we are gonna break down the ones that are similar and the ones that aren't. So, without further ado, you already know I always go live with my favorite person in the world, Miss Philomena Fupa, your favorite fat girl, okay? And we're gonna get into it. So,
Hey,
hey, beautiful, it's the edges for me.
bitch, it's the straight slickness for me. I'm loving the
Period.
brown. We looking good, bitch.
Thank you,
How you
man.
feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. How about you?
I'm feeling well as always. Ready
Period.
for this
Glowing and
talk we
shit.
about to get into.
Yes. Glowing, per usual.
It's the Vaseline, y'all. Get y'all some.
Bitch, I got me some because I saw how you was going. I said, let me get some. Yes. So
Silent cries.
silent cries. What would you consider a silent cry?
Stuff that we all go through that we don't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
That shit that's swept under the rug.
Things that we don't even like. Sometimes we want to talk about them, but it's like, what's the point? I'm cracking up. Wow.
My bad. Don't be talking about my doorbell.
I'm cracking up. I was about to say this bitch got a Christmas doorbell.
It's Christmas all the time around this bitch.
I'm hollering.
Okay.
It's cute though. But so silent cries is basically shit, like you said, that we sweep under the rug that we don't talk about, but we really be going through it about.
Right.
Why do you feel like we find it hard to communicate with each other, black men and women?
Because we divided. We
Yeah,
pinned against each other.
I agree with
Right.
you.
I mean, we both the underdog. Don't you think
We
so?
we definitely are the underdog, especially to each other. So it was like, why would I come to you and talk to you about my problems? You don't give a fuck anyway.
Right.
That's unfortunate. But I mean, so when it come to us, we are black women. They always label us as strong, independent. Um, what else? A whole bunch of other shit. They label us as a bunch of negative shit too, though.
They want us to be feminine, but they give us masculine labels.
Right. And the way the world is now, we have no choice but to maneuver a certain type of way as far as those masculine labels.
Right.
Majority of the time, is a single mom raising her kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she has no choice but to go out and be a provider.
And take on that
When you
masculine
get
role.
right, so when you get a woman that's providing,
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, she's not going to be submissive.
Of course, if she taking on a masculine role, why would she be submissive?
Right.
But the thing about the way they treat us black women, they stamp us with this masculine role. But once we act in it, then we deemed as aggressive, is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We bitches and everything else.
Right. Instead of being labeled as a boss ass, bomb ass bitch.
Right.
So we struggle with that, and I feel like it's really not like a safe space for us. Just like they say it's not a safe space for men, I really feel like it's not a safe space for us when it
Right.
comes to even approaching, not even just men, women too.
I feel like it's a safer space for black men than it is for black women.
Really? Go ahead. Why you say that?
Okay, so all right, black men, they got to deal with certain things with being black men, but they don't have to deal with it as strongly as we do as black women. All right, so shit we gotta go through with our hair texture, our complexion, being pinned against each other. You can't talk to your sister because you don't think she understands your struggle because you already thinking in your head she against you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it may not be like that in stone, but we all got that complex. That is like when you meet a new group of people, say, like Shay, what we talked about, me and my complexion, I get it from both sides. It's like I can't fit in no matter where I go.
Yeah.
I'm pinned against them. And then women, we pinned against each other, period, just from being women, no matter what race you are.
Mm-hmm.
We taught that our goal is to fight over men, compete for men.
Right.
So I feel like that's why we got it harder.
I feel like I agree with you. I agree with you. I feel like we do got it harder than men. I feel like with us, it's like it's too many. It's the expectations for us is like unrealistic. It's like you said before, you want us to be extremely feminine, but give us and masculine at the same time. You want us to be submissive, but you don't want us to be a yes bitch either. You expect me to be fucking superwoman, but you also it's just so much contradictory when it comes to us.
And don't let a black woman show a weak moment. And then she bitching.
The second we show a weak moment is, oh, you this and you that, you be emotional. Like it, no, they don't know what they fucking want from us. Nobody know what they want from us. And the second they think they want that, what they asking for, they want some bullshit about it. So it's just like, make up your fucking mind.
Right. All that shit we know though. That's like surface shit. Let's talk about some shit, some silent cries that we go through as black women that we don't talk about. Let me ask you this. You ever been asked, was you bald headed?
Have I ever been asked was I bald head?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In different ways. I was asked at work because I had my real hair out. I was wearing, my curly hair. And it was like, that's your real hair?
Mm-hmm.
That's technically, if they was of another race, but that's technically asking me am I bald, bitch? Because why can't I have fucking long, full hair? You automatically assuming I got weave in my fucking head.
Right.
So,
I mean,
bitch.
I've never been asked that by a person of another race. There's always somebody in my race. And they don't say it like, is that your real hair? They bluntly ask you shit like that. Like,
I hear that shit all the time. Like, I hear it all the time when people tease each other like, bitch, you bald headed shit.
and for black women, that's the first thing you come at when you talking about another black woman. I mean, not even just her hair not being done. Talk about the texture, the length. Oh, she don't got no edges, right?
Hell yeah.
Let me ask you that. When the person asked you about your hair, how did it make you feel?
The type of person I am, I laugh. And I'm real sarcastic. So it was just like, okay, why can't it be my real hair? That's what I said. I laughed and I said, why can't it be my real hair? No, I'm just, I said, like, no, I'm fucking with you. It's my real hair. Oh, it's so nice. Like, no, it's not. I'm just fucking with you now because now you really confused, but you don't know that's an ignorant ass question to ask me,
Right.
especially
It
because of the
shows
simple
your
fact.
childhood. Like you
Yeah.
shallow as fuck to even care about some shit like that. Now, that's not to say that long hair and shit like that shouldn't be praised, but you shouldn't be solely praised because you got long hair, or what's considered pretty hair. And then you rank people by shit like that. The first thing you want to know when you see somebody with their hair done, is that your real hair? Like, so you can compare yourself. That's what that's for. When I get that question, well, when I've gotten that question from black women, that's what I felt. It's a comparison.
It definitely is a comparison.
That's the only reason why they would ask you some shit like that.
It's a comparison and it's a stereotype because they automatically assume that all black girls that don't have naturally long hair.
All right. It's all about the rank system.
Child, that shit is retarded.
And knowing your fucking place. I know you get a lot of that down south, don't you? Like you should know your place.
But one thing about me personally, I don't have no place because I'm me.
Right.
I'm me all across the board. Like if anybody know me personally, you can't put me in a box. I would never allow nobody to put me in a box. So there's no place for me but to just be me. Because I could fucking blend in anywhere, do anything, and play any title. So do people do you have that feeling that people tell you to know your place in different kind of ways? Because I know you a boss
Yeah,
ass
and then
bitch. You
I
don't play
gotta
that
check a
shit.
motherfucker and see some
Yeah.
facts. Like a lot of black women do that when they talk about hair.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I gotta snatch my wig off and show my bald ass head and show you, yeah, I still turn heads and break necks. Don't fucking play with me.
Period,
But
bitch.
yeah, so it's all about being comfortable. You can't let somebody rank you. Well, somebody can't rank you unless you let them.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what I feel like is a silent cry is the fact that everybody wants to be black, but don't nobody want to be black. I know Paul Mooney said it first, but I'm Dick Eaton. So.
That's my fucking guy. Shout out to Paul Mooney.
Real shit. Did he pass?
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. And what I mean by that is everybody, because being black is the hip cool thing, is a trend.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody want to claim the culture, but you'll hear, especially black people, they quick to say, well, I'm black, but I'm this, that, and the third. And they proud to say, they prouder of whatever else they so-called mixed with, right?
Right.
Have you ever noticed that?
Mm-hmm. Everybody want to be a mixed breed.
Right.
Everybody want to be a mixed breed. I noticed that in fucking elementary school.
I didn't.
I noticed it in elementary school. Like little girls, um, little girls in school, they would really sit there and be on some shit like, oh, I'm mixed. Like sometimes we'll just be talking about regular stuff, be like, oh, I'm mixed. I'm not even all the way black. My mom this and my mom that, or my dad this, my
But
dad that.
if
But
somebody
you
ever
don't even know your
like
background
that,
when you that fucking
yeah,
young.
that's because they heard somebody say some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even, I mean, I was aware, like I knew what Spanish and shit was, but like all that rank shit and hair, all that shit, it wasn't in my mind during elementary. I was worried about Barbie dolls, the fuck. So I know for a fact, if you hear a child saying some shit like that, they heard it from an adult.
Right.
So
That's real shit.
being taught early. Like I know
Definitely
a
being
lot
taught
of
early.
people do that too. When they can't disown their blackness, they try to make sure their kids are mixed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they proud of that. They love to say that their kids is not just black. I noticed that with a lot of people.
That's weird as shit to me though.
But that goes back to self-hate. Like I know this one lady, like all her sons married outside the race. They all married white women. And I know it had something to do with how their mom carried themselves. So it was self-hate.
No, that's
Like damn, even her daughter go for white men.
Mm.
And they all darker than me. They darker than you.
I can't go for no pink dingaling.
Whatever floats your boat, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't have no problem with white men. You know, some of them are like fucking hot. It's just I can't see myself laying up on. Sorry.
I don't think I would either. Like I know I'd be joking and shit. Like yeah, I'm gonna get me a snow bunny, get my credit right.
Yeah, like I'll definitely do that.
But that's just me joking. Like I don't like. I feel like I couldn't date outside my race because if you hint towards some shit that's racism, I can't fuck with it. I couldn't even date a Spanish man because if you call me bald headed, I'm cutting your bitch ass. Don't play with me.
I mean,
I
can't talk because my kid's father is fucking black and Puerto Rican.
That's right. Fuck all that mixing.
My kid's father is black and Puerto Rican, so I got 3 black and Hispanic kids. Mm-hmm. My daughter, her father is Liberian. So, like, you know, but as far as a white man, like, and I won't ever go back to Puerto Rican men again.
I feel like I had too many issues with white men. Like when I was younger, I was open to it, but that's because I lived down south, and down south is different. Like Philly, our schools ain't really integrated unless you go down south Philly. You know what I'm saying? But down south, it was a small group of black kids and a bunch of white kids. So like I experienced white kids that act like they black and they got like a different style and shit like that. So that I mean, I could find a white man attractive. Don't get me wrong. Like,
no, of course, some of them are attractive.
Hard
work is definitely.
But As
You
far as
said
like
Ricans just like Negroes. I'm hollering.
they are, but they love to say that they're
I
not.
don't look now. Like I said, my kids are half Puerto Rican, but they are really a different breed. Like I just can't fuck with them no more.
What you
I
mean?
can't.
Puerto Rican,
Like
Spanish people?
yeah, they bougie. Like he said, like Negroes. They act like house niggas. They think they better than some fucking body.
But it depends on their skin complexion though, because the same rank system that we have in the Spanish community, that shit go on too. It don't matter what language you speak. Lighter
Mm-hmm.
skin is considered what's better. They call you dirty
Facts.
when you got black skin. And they more open with it than we are right now in America. Like they still open like that in Spanish countries.
Mm-hmm. But
So if you watch Love and Hip Hop, but what's the girl? What is her name?
Amala Negra.
I was about to say Amina. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about it on the Red Table Talk. That Instagram wasn't letting me post it because it belonged to Facebook. But they had a good little conversation about how deep it was in the Spanish community. Like, it was this one guy who came on. He was like real dark, but he's Cuban, and his grandmother was real light, and she used to harass him when he was a little child. Told him don't go outside. He couldn't go outside after a certain time. That's how serious it is down there.
Oh
Not
no,
down
yeah,
there,
it
in their
definitely is
community.
serious. They
Like they
talk about it
really
all the time.
hate dark skin.
Mm-hmm.
All Aboriginal. Our blood is too precise to mix. Our genes are godlike. So don't water it down. You feel me? I agree 100%.
Oh, even though I already did, but still,
See,
all of us was colonized, so we all got the same trauma. Facts.
exactly.
We definitely were. We definitely were.
We talked about some stuff for black women. What are some silent cries for black men? I know we struggle with finding some because we not black men. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
One
anybody
thing,
in the comments want to help us? What is some silent cries of black men? Silent struggles
yes,
that they don't talk about
the
besides
men that's up in here bring up some
protecting
silent
us,
cries. I
maintain an
think,
image of masculinity. What you
yeah,
say?
I think, one thing I noticed with men, they have a hard time opening up.
For real.
Like even even when it's people that they come comfortable with, certain things they still won't say. Like men are really a mystery.
They
You don't know
definitely
how
are.
they feel about shit.
And even when they tell you, you could sense they holding some shit back.
Hmm.
Maybe that's just my women's intuition.
Maybe. Oh, he said being molested. Wow.
Silent cries, yeah. A
Wow.
lot of men can't speak on that because it they feel like it puts a damper on their masculinity.
Hmm. That's something, and it's crazy because that's something we got in common with women as well, being like molested or raped or sexually harassed. But it definitely is different from men. You sit in a room full of women, you would expect at least fucking half of that room, if not more, to be sexually harassed, assaulted, or raped or molested. Men,
I don't think about it like that. Really?
you don't think about it like that?
No. I don't just be in a room counting and shit like, okay, so this half got
I'm
molested.
crying.
Y'all was good. Like I don't.
No, you definitely not gonna automatically just think like that.
But
But
this is statistic,
that's
right?
right. The way everything is set up. Majority of the women that I met had some type of sexual trauma. Now, men,
It's very common,
it happens too much with men,
and they don't
honestly.
know about it. They
Hmm.
don't speak on it. Some men that go their whole life and never say anything, and you wonder why they going through so much shit.
And when they do say stuff, they like, man, you just a bitch. How you let and then the crazy thing with men is when they get molested or stuff happen to them, most of the time it be by women, but people automatically assume it be by dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not being able to defend our women on the same level as the colonizer. Yeah,
Mm, that's a good one.
so
We don't
being
protect them with our
emasculated,
lives. A lot of the so-called homosexuals have sexual trauma from childhood.
right? That's
That's
true.
facts. a lot of people that had sexual trauma from when they were younger, like he said, a lot of them.
Like that trainer, I can't remember his name right now. You know what I'm talking about? The um insanity guy. He do something else now. You remember them workout commercials, Insanity? What is his
No.
name? I cannot remember his name, but he came out on social media, I think last month, talking about how, because he's gay, he has a husband and a whole family and everything, but he came out and spoke on being molested by his stepfather from I think 9 to 13 or some shit. So I
So he
mean,
based his life off of that experience.
well, not really.
Not really, but
For a long time he struggled with his sexuality because that made him like men. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it turned him out, but that's where I'm hitting towards.
No, because that's what I meant as far as that. Because like by his experience, you get what I'm saying. By him being sexually attacked by a man, sexually assaulted by a man, that's what he knew. You get what I'm saying?
Right. That was his
9
first
times out of 10, that was
experience.
his first experience, right?
Right.
So by it being his first experience, that's all he know as far as his body responses. That's what he's gonna crave for. You know what I mean?
Right.
Unless you know, because it must have been continuous. You know what I'm saying? So by it being
He said almost,
continuous,
I think he said every day
right? So by it being
for like 7
repetitive,
years.
yeah, by it being repetitive, you also get comfortable with it. Not saying that he wanted that, but he got his body is responding to it differently now because he's used to it. So by that happening to him at a young age and it was continuous, it was like, oh, this is what I know. Eventually, I'm gonna be attracted to that because this is what I'm used to.
But he talked
That's
about
like,
how he struggled with it. Like he had to come
mm-hmm,
out to his mom and tell her what happened. And
mm-hmm.
that's why he is the way he is. Because, in the black community, we shame gay men a lot. Especially,
Period.
I mean, they accepted by society now. But in the black community, the black family, we say shit like, stop that gay shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's hard
It's
to be
it's
a
it's an
homosexual black man.
automatic intimidation when you see some type of zesty shit going on with our people. Period. That's just how we are. Like, but they're only accepting of the ones that they love.
What do you mean?
A lot of black people, they only care about the gay people in their family or they gay friends.
I know a lot of black people that talk shit about them as soon as they leave the room.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm
Cause they
not like
still
that.
care about them, but
People
they
are.
just don't accept their lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? And it's like it's not yours, so why the fuck do you care? But as far as molestation and rape and things like that, when it comes to men, is definitely common, and it happens with when the attackers be women too.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Yeah. Back in the day, we beat up gay dudes on the block in school, etc. No, real shit.
Where say that? Or where I'm at, we
He
don't
said, I
think
use my
women are.
platform to get the convo going. That's what my book is about.
I agree with that. A lot of black men don't protect black women.
Oh, yeah. A lot of black men got resentment towards black women
But black men they'll drag black women before any other race.
because that's the ones
That's
they
what I've
raised by.
noticed.
That's all they know. That's who they raised by. Is that comfort. Like, all you, if you a black man, you have a black, 9 times out of 10, you got a black mom. You got a black mom. There's certain things that she ain't like, you're going to be traumatized by or feel some type of way about. So you're going to look at all women in that aspect. That's just like if we deal with a nigga. We dealing with a nigga, he do some nut shit. All y'all niggas ain't shit. You get what I'm saying?
I agree, but then sometimes it's who you grew up around too. Like you talked
Mm-hmm.
about kids talk about they mixed. That should be learned behavior.
No, real shit.
Oh, they got lighter skinned women in their family. And there's a lot of times lighter skinned women like darker skinned men, so they make darker babies, right? They
Mm-hmm.
have a son, all the women they see is lighter, but they talk about darker skinned women. So the son know to drag darker skinned women,
Mm-hmm.
even though he just as dark as she is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's them curses.
Real shit. I feel like the only men that ever really tried to drag me personally, when I've experienced it, were darker than me. They were either my
Mm-hmm.
complexion or darker. They had kinky hair that was kinkier than mine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how can you drag me when if you was to make a daughter, unless you mix your breed, she would look damn near just like me.
Okay. But that's that self-hate, like you said earlier. That self-hate. We taught to fucking bash. Like the first thing you say when you see somebody, when you argue with somebody dark, the first thing you say, you black as shit.
Burnt crispy
Get
bitch.
your black ass out of here, booty
Fucking
scratcher, all
car.
that. You know what I mean? Like that's the first thing you say. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty. I said some shit.
But shit, we said it. Sometimes I say it just jokingly, like get
Yeah.
your black ass out of here. But I feel like if I ever was to argue with a female, female male, I don't think I would drag their complexion.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I know I wouldn't do it. I love chocolate.
It's
All my friends is chocolate. Most of my friends is
I prefer milk
chocolate.
chocolate. I prefer milk chocolate, like a
I
chocolate chip.
mean, I
Damn, I
like
want
I
a
like me
snacky
a
now.
little light skin,
I used to like
but
liking men when I was younger. I don't know if it was a complex or if I had to think for Chris Brown, but as I actually dabbled and learned what I like, I don't know. I don't really go for lighter skinned men.
mm-hmm.
I like them dark like my daddy.
Period, poo. I don't discriminate. I like all colors, but my preference, if he light and he look good, I'm at him.
As long as he got some black in her,
Period.
put some black in you. Yo, wow. You
Like
know
this.
how we get it.
Got
You
a sprinkle of the other shit. That's cool,
yeah.
but gotta have him black, baby.
I mean, yeah, as far as like even claiming certain shit, like I know my mom, her dad was half white. But I
Mm.
feel like I got my attitude from my mom because she never claimed that shit. She always say I'm a black woman because she know that when she in a room full of white women, they don't claim her. She's black,
Right.
and that's how she's always got it. So you see my mom say she's a lighter tone woman,
Mm-hmm. She's gorgeous. Hey, mom.
but
Shout out to mom.
yeah, she get it from me. But she never claimed anything but being a black woman. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
see it as like I've never heard her drag a woman either because of her complexion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably where I get it from. The
Yeah.
only shunning I've ever got was from my dad, and that's because he likes lighter women, and he openly told me that that's his preference.
Mm-hmm. He go for lighter women. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and I always had like even growing up, I had this complex like, goddamn, you made me. You don't even like what you made.
Mm-hmm. No, that should be real. That should be real, real. Like I know, like my mom, like you, like your mom is like, my mom is like.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I
No, I
had a
got my
complex.
aunt named Karima.
Oh, you got Anya and Karima. Shout out to the Karimas out here. But
What you saying?
oh, she said I love them dark. When I'm mad, I'm not able to say anything. No lie. Facts. That's because that's a defense mechanism. Like, if anybody come for you, you gonna say anything that you feel like is gonna hurt their fucking feelings.
Really? I don't know
Bitch,
what's wrong
what?
with me. When I was younger, I used to do that shit. I used to air people out, but I take the high road. I'll fuck your head up and say something nice about you while you in the middle of talking shit. So you be like, what? And you don't know what to do. Like, yeah, okay, bitch.
See, bitch. Now
The
me,
most I call you is a bitch.
I ignore bitches. But if you feel like you really gonna come for me and say something crazy, I'm gonna grind you the fuck up, just not to your face. Especially with me, I don't be around nobody, so I'm not. Most of the bitches say about me is on social media. You talk about me on social media, you can talk about me on social media all day. I ain't gonna say shit
Mm-hmm.
because you want attention at that point.
All they say is that fat ass neck. Your nigga like it. Fuck out of here.
Your nigga trying to lick my neck, sis.
He's trying to slurp on it. Let me see. Um, yeah. As far as talking shit, I don't know. I don't know why I don't do it. Like I don't like to argue because I know how I get. Like I act like I can't calm the fuck down once I get upset. So I just be letting shit slide. Like it ain't even worth it.
No, you gotta
Just
take me
seeing
to that
somebody
point too.
snap and drag somebody with some words.
It depends on the person and the situation. True.
I guess if you fed up to a certain point, I feel like I will only curse you out and air you out if I really care about you.
Yeah, that's
If I don't give a
facts.
fuck about you, you're not getting
I'm not
out.
even gonna entertain you. Yeah, it's like girl, fuck you. Next. But that's facts. But
About black men
when
and
when it came to the lighter skin, I had an insecurity about it because my mom, she's light skinned. My mom got um my oldest brother, he dark skinned, but my siblings under me, they lighter. Every last one of them, they lighter. So I had a complex about that because everybody always said how pretty my mom was. Oh, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. People called me pretty too, but it was, you could tell that people gravitated more since I was around lighter people all the time. People gravitated more to the lighter people. I could tell. It didn't even have to be purposely. It was just naturally. So I had a complex about my skin for a long time, but I had to learn to love my skin. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I was darker than what I am now.
I think I was. I think the ADHD helped because I was in my own world. I wasn't worried about nobody.
Not the fucking ADHD. I'm hollering.
Um,
So y'all saw my eyelash get stuck real quick.
I ain't even beat. You still look
Child.
good, bitch. You still look good.
Thank you.
Another one that us as black people go through with each other is compromising in love versus compromising for love. I know a lot of black women, they'll compromise in love. And what I mean by that, in love versus for love. All right, so compromising for love is say y'all in a relationship, right? He like anime, you like romantic comedies.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and like every Saturday, you let him have his day because you know that's what he likes. That's compromising for love, sacrifice for love.
Right.
Compromising in love is lowering your standards or completely changing your views on what you respect or what you value just to be with somebody.
Right.
And that's not something you're supposed to do.
At all. At all.
And a lot
And
of black women do that.
see, when it comes to relationships with black women, we have this thing,
It's definitely a thing.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Not all of us, because some of us is like 10 toes down, I don't give a fuck, whatever, whatever. But a lot of us, since we didn't have a lot of certain things, we fall in love with potential before we fall in love with what's right in front of us. We have a hard time accepting what's right here. Like a nigga could be a whole red flag sitting right in front of you. And you're like, what can I do to change this red flag? I could paint it. Bitch, you gonna go ahead and paint it, but you scrape it, you still gonna see the red. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing you can do to change certain things. We fall in love with potential and we are naturally we naturally fucking misfix it. We want to fix shit. We got a thing where we try to fix shit, but everything can't be fixed. And the things, when it comes to dudes in love, even if you can boss a nigga up and put him on a certain level in his life, after a while, once you bossed him up, he wants something new.
And that goes from not having a black family unit to know for the black man to be in the home.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of, that's not all families, but a lot of black children are being raised by women only. So the young women aren't learning boundaries. Okay, what
Mm-hmm.
love should be, what I should accept, what's too much. A lot of black women getting beat the fuck on, getting beat the fuck on,
Yes.
and then they take the man back because they don't realize that that's not love. They think, okay, that's how he's supposed to love me. He's showing me he cares. If he didn't care, he wouldn't do all that.
Exactly.
And then there's black men who don't. Okay, so since they don't have their father around, they don't learn how to treat and respect a black woman.
They don't know how to love.
So they out here, they got their mom, and we all know that it's a complex where black moms coddle their sons, and they oftentimes show favoritism. So they think that they woman supposed to be their mother, and they supposed to take their shit. They supposed to do everything they ask for, and they don't have no respect for them. So okay, I want you, and I love you fully, but I still want to do my thing, and that should be okay.
Mm-hmm. See,
Because you're supposed to love me unconditionally like my mother did.
but that's what these niggas nowadays go for. They don't want a fucking woman. They want a mom. Because even dudes that had moms in their lives, they might have been there physically too, but some of them were not there for them affectionately, or you know what I mean. So they go for those qualities in other women. When for real, when you first fall in love with somebody, and sound crazy as fuck, but when you fall in love with somebody, the first person you fall in love with is the first people you fall in love with is your parents.
Real shit.
You look for those whatever qualities your parents got. You look for that. in your partner, right?
Even if they bad qualities.
You look for them in your partner, but when you looking for dudes that didn't have certain things or that really value family, they look at it in a good way and say, okay, fuck it. But the dudes that don't value family and shit like that, they the ones like, oh, this is my mom, and I like this girl in a sexual way, or you know what I mean? It's a whole maturity and mental thing.
Yeah, they didn't see their mom getting loved on, so they don't think, oh, she needs to be loved on. She deserves it. They don't think about that. They see their mom being strong and making it and loving them, so they think a black woman is supposed to be strong and make it and love me. They don't even have that thought in their head, that complex that she needs love too. How the same way everything I need from her, she needed from me.
Right.
Because they didn't see their mom receive it and they saw her be strong, so they want you to be strong.
Some dudes don't know how
I'm
to
here to
give
say
that.
I ain't having that shit. Like,
listen, if you look, it's limits over here, baby. It's limits. If you don't respect the limits, then sayonara, okay? Because ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. At the end of the day, I got 3 sons, motherfucker. I don't want a 4th one.
Real shit.
I don't want a 4th one. Energy needs to be reciprocated 1,000%.
Now, don't get us wrong. We're not saying that we don't want to love on black men. We do, and the
We
problem is
love
so many
y'all
black women
fucking.
want to love on them so bad. That's why they willing to put up with so much shit. What we saying is we need it reciprocated. We need what the fuck we giving. Everything I'm giving to you, you should be able to be pouring into me. And if you not, bitch, you ain't getting no more of my juicy juice. It's just that's a
period. Okay.
real shit. Match all my energy and then some. Take me to new levels.
Real shit.
Expand my motherfucking horizons. If you can't do that, we can't do nothing.
Period. And then it's crazy too. Like, I recently was talking about relationships with some of my friends and stuff, and I just was saying to myself, like, sometimes, like, a lot of these men don't know how to love, don't know how to accept love, don't know how to give love. They don't even know shit about it, but they want it so bad. Same with females. Like everybody know, I grew up without my dad. So my thought of love was pleasing people. You know what I'm saying? I was always naturally a pleaser, but really going out my way to please people. It's like, okay, if I do this for you, you like this, so you like me. But that's not how it go. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't know how to accept. I didn't know how to see what real love was either. So a lot of people go off for that too when it comes to love. People pleasing does not give you real love. It gives you, okay, they will do this for me if I fucking ask them, because they know that it's gonna make me happy.
Right. But that's you. It's a subconscious thing. You giving the love that you want to receive.
Exactly. Even if it's just little shit. Oh, I know he likes to have deep conversations. You would initiate it. You get what I'm saying? You come out of nowhere.
But do he get that to you?
He's not gonna start a conversation with you.
When you need an ear, can he listen to you?
Like it starts small and then it end up big, and that's why we be in these fucked up relationships nowadays.
Far too often.
Way too often.
So how do you think we should go about doing that shit the right way? It's not it's not all the black man fault, because we enabling that shit.
It's not all the black man fault. And for real, bitch, you know me. I love my women, but I'm gonna tell the motherfucking truth.
Bitch, no, say that shit you said in rehearsal. What was that nut shit? Let your man cheat in peace or some bullshit.
So look, now, let me tell you, bitch. All right, that term, right? Now, just to clarify to y'all motherfuckers, I'm not telling y'all to let your man cheat in peace. If he cheat and raise motherfucking hell, okay, whoop his ass. That's when you got the right to be toxic. But anyway, that nigga, whoop his motherfucking ass. Call your girlfriends and jump that nigga.
Real shit.
But now, I grew up hearing the term, let your man cheat in peace, right? Meaning, if you find some shit his phone, if you find some shit nowadays, social media, if you find out any way or form, if you find out that he cheating, that basically means if you find out that he cheating in any way, shape, or form, if you know you're gonna take him back, shut the fuck up.
Real shit. Because at the end of the day, I feel like that's only gonna make the situation worse. Because if you confront him and he know you know what's really going on, and you still take him back, he gonna let all hell break loose. Because now he ain't got no brain juice. Because he know you coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the logic in that. Fucking cool.
Yeah, I just don't like the way it's saying.
Shit. I
But
mean, the way I heard it is men will be men, but I think that might be a little different though.
no, it's the same thing. It's still it's the same thing because you still accepting something that you don't want to accept, and it's making it normal to say to your. That's just like us telling you don't have a daughter, but if you was to tell one of your nieces or little cousins,
This is my son. Say no. What was it?
like if you have a little cousin, a little girl cousin, she fall in love with a boy, whatever the case, and you talking to her, that's like you saying, "Oh, niggas gonna be niggas." You ain't giving her no hope that she could find a faithful dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically the same thing. It's just like, okay, if he cheat, he
I
gonna
would
cheat.
never say no shit like that.
No, I know you wouldn't. I'm just
But
saying.
I understand what you're saying completely.
Yeah. So it's
And I
like
don't like
it's
hearing
dudes out here
people
that
say
don't cheat.
it because it, like you said, it give them that mindset that shit is okay, and it's
Hmm.
not.
But the
There's
second we
different.
cheat, we bitches, we whores, we sluts. We can't get
Right,
taken
niggas
back.
be heartbroken,
Nigga, I cheat, you gonna take
crying
me
like
the fuck back.
Tyrese.
All them times I tolerated Shaquanda and you had a fucking baby with her, bitch. I only had a fucking date night with this nigga, and
You
you
let
gonna
another
tell
nigga
me I'm a
sniff the
hoe?
box one time. Now you just the biggest slut ever.
Like, boy,
I get
fuck
it from
you.
you, nigga. Shit.
You learn from the best of them.
Mm-mm.
But yes, when it comes to love, um, and then communication, like we have a hard time with communicating.
It's so hard. It's because we think we don't understand each other, and then we got that complex that we both got to put up a strong persona.
Mm-hmm.
Like we gotta let each other in. Like, what do you think we could do for each other to make each other be not more vulnerable but more open?
I think it has to do with, cause see, our problem is we don't get to know motherfuckers. We have a hard time getting to know people. So I feel like you gotta take your time with people. Some people are more open than others, but the people that's closed off, and I'm learning this from my relationship, the people that's closed off and that's not as open as you, they're gonna open up when they're ready to.
Right.
Playing with the filters, bitch. I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they going open up when they ready to. So you can't force nobody to open up. You know what I mean? You gotta give them that security, especially a woman.
Right.
You
I
have to
know.
give them that security. If they don't feel secure and safe in your presence, or you don't prove to them that you won't go running your mouth about shit, or you know what I'm saying?
Show them that you can have peace with them. Show them
Hmm.
that you're trustworthy, and then it'll go from there. If it's supposed to happen.
Exactly.
I know men. A lot of times they be wanting you to just listen and not say nothing.
Hmm.
Every now and then, just say, "Yeah, okay, that's crazy," so they know you really listening.
Hmm.
Maybe ask a follow up question, but they wanna talk, but only when it's like built up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
When they
when
can
it's
find
too
that
much.
safe space in you, then they not gonna let you go.
Yeah, when it's too much for them, that's when they really want to talk.
Yeah.
Niggas hate me because I want to talk all the time. I talk your
I was
fucking
about to
head
say the
off.
same thing. Real shit. That might be a woman thing though. Like we
I
social
think it is.
so niggas just be wanting to watch the game. Like, goddamn, shut up. And then I'm mad because you turning it up while I'm talking. Now you block all everything.
Like the fuck, bro. That
Stop
should
fucking
be in the way. I
I
hate
mean, we
that shit.
different creatures in nature though, so
Hmm.
we gotta learn to understand each other and be open and understand the struggle that each one of us has.
Hmm.
We both going through stuff out here in
Real
these
shit.
streets.
Facts.
But I like what a couple of our viewers were saying in the comments about men not wanting to be protectors. Black men, or not all black men, but they not often taught to be protectors of black women.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we got to get back to that. And us as black women, we got to learn how to be supporters of black men.
We got to allow them to protect us too.
Yeah, that too.
I feel like we are. I love that we independent. My bad, cutting you off. I love that we independent, but I feel like it could be bothersome sometimes. Being too independent is a problem.
Yeah. This nigga knocked the fuck out my bad, Joe. Hold up.
It's the little cruise in the back for me. I'm loving it.
What was I saying? Shit. Yeah,
But yeah,
I
being
know.
too independent is a
Men,
problem.
yeah, they don't want a woman that's hard all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
That makes them feel like less of a man. Sometimes you gotta, the hero syndrome. You gotta let them feel like he big, strong. You need him. You know what I'm saying? Have him
Stroke
open
that
your
man
pants
ego.
up. Babe, I can't reach this. Oh, it's so
Mm-hmm.
heavy. Every now and then, it make them feel good. They gotta, men, they got like this urge where they gotta be not the hero, but they got that aggression to where they gotta feel like they in charge or some shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm cracking up. Neil just mute. It's the face change for me. But yes, being independent can sometimes intimidate them. Yes, it intimidates them a lot, especially when you're a woman with certain goals or you just like doing stuff by yourself.
Yeah,
It's definitely intimidating.
men are providers. This goes back to what somebody mentioned in the comments about them not feeling demasculated, like they can't provide for the black woman, and then you going around and flaunting how accomplished you are. Men are natural providers, so that's gonna make him feel small because he can't do that for you.
Thanks.
Just because you don't need him, don't mean you gotta show him all the fucking time.
Bitch,
See, I was taught y'all bitches acting crazy. I was taught to act like you ain't got it. You're not supposed to tell the nigga because then he gonna want you to spend all yours so that way he could be in charge again. You ain't supposed to tell that nigga what the fuck you got. What's wrong with you?
Period, poo. But that's the thing though. We not taught. See how we had this whole conversation? We're not taught none of this shit.
Not at all. But that's because we going through generational fucking curses. You gotta think the 70s hit. It broke down the whole structure of the black family. My mom a 70s baby. My dad a 70s baby.
My mom a 70s baby too.
So they teaching us what they grew up with. 70s heroin, 80s crack. Daddy's going because he on drugs because he can't provide for the family. So
shit crazy.
We breaking so many curses. We just getting out of that shit. Crack was still hot in the 90s. Shit, it's still a little hot now.
I'm about to say, bitch, believe it or not, crack is fucking in now. You see some 20-year-old crackheads and be like, who?
Real shit.
You be like, who the fuck gave you crack, bitch? It's 2021.
You don't know better?
Child, you never fucking know. He said men are, what's that word, friend?
Men without us are not seen as men.
Men without use are not seen as men.
Utilitarian.
No, that's what shit. That's what I thought it said. Is it utilitarian? You know a bitch is slow.
Utilitarian.
That's the big word.
I'm trying to think.
But yeah,
he just saying that men are they like to be providers.
You know what other thing came up too when I was on social media the other day. I'm on social media every day, but when I saw this post that said men are loved under conditions, not unconditionally. And I'm like, So I started reading the post and they like, if you a man and you don't have nothing physically or materialistically for a female, they don't love you. If you're not doing something physically for them, they don't love you. And I'm like,
that must be a new wave because I know all back in the day, black women was sticking by men that ain't had shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, shit, my mom loved a bunch of fucking niggas that ain't have a bunch of shit.
Well, all they had to offer was love, and they was barely giving that shit, right? You know how many
Okay,
times I've seen that shit happen? So, I mean, I guess that's the new wave now because everybody like, oh, you can't take me on a date till you pay my bills. I guess that's the new era. But
I still feel I
like,
kind
not
of see
like
it, but at the same time, it's like it's bullshit because when we was loving y'all without them fucking material things, it still was it. We still didn't, you know what I mean? So it's like at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, you might still cheat on me. 9 times out of 10, you might still talk to another bitch. So why not at least fuck with a nigga that's going to fucking pay my bills while they doing it?
and
It
I
sound
agree
fucked up.
100%.
It
No, we
sound
don't.
fucked up, but
It's
that's
still
real
about
shit.
right. If
That's
y'all
real
not set
shit.
in stone, if he not offering you no commitment, then I understand where you coming from. Okay, you gotta offer me this. You gotta give me something because
Mm-hmm.
with that commitment, with being a wife, you getting a husband. He's gonna
Right.
what the fuck? He gonna provide for you. I tried to turn into a nigga just then.
Don't go on me, friend.
Whoa. He gonna provide for you. Okay, so a man wanna fuck on you, but he not giving you that commitment. You gotta get something out the deal. All right, you gonna sustain me.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they used to say it. Then he ain't gonna buy the cow. He getting the milk for free. Make him pay for his motherfucking milk.
Okay.
There
It
you
ain't
go.
tricking if the fuck you got it, nigga.
Real
Only
shit.
broke niggas be mad about shit like that. But the
Broke
whole
niggas
thing
don't
about it
deserve
is
no.
it's not even about you being broke or not. It's about you care about me enough to take care. That's a part of taking care of something. Women are naturally supposed to be taken care of. If the fuck if I sit here and let you come to my house and fuck on me and sleep in my bed and eat my food, why wouldn't you put food in that fridge? Why wouldn't you get covers so we can both lay on that fucking bed? It's not about materialistic things. It's about showing that's a way of nurturing us.
Real shit. It's so easy.
We nurture differently than they supposed to nurture. They only see
That's
it as
because they don't
providing.
understand what it is to be a woman. You
Right.
had somebody enter you, and how shallow you could feel, how empty you could feel when they leave, and there's no love there. You don't get that
Mm-hmm.
affection that you want when you. Don't get me wrong. Some women do like to just fucking go on about your business, but more of us
I
don't.
used to be like that.
Some bitches like to cuddle, and we can't get that from you because you don't. We not on that type time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. I can't cuddle. I'll cuddle some money. You could buy me this, that, and the third, and I'll give you what you want.
Right.
Because if
What the fuck just happened? I know my girlfriend ain't just leave. Let me get her back because she was talking some shit. But that's real shit. If at the end of the day,
my bad, I swipe left.
I was about to say, bitch, what happened?
Like this shit was Tinder. Okay, but anyway, thank you.
Thank you, baby.
I stay about to call you dinner. God damn it. Thank you, Kiki.
I'm cracking up. But yeah, that's just real shit. Like, if you gonna fuck on me and suck on me and get on my fucking nerves, pay my bills.
I need to get something, bitch. Like, for real.
Take me on a date. Take me out. Get my hair done. Make me look pretty for you.
Something. Rub my feet. Give me something.
Get these zit grabbers done.
Real shit. I need a provider.
Okay?
Even if it's only for the moment.
Period.
Okay, so how you feel? I know you told me about this, about Facebook changing their name.
Child. They
Conspiracy.
up to some shit.
Real shit.
They up to something. I'm curious to know what it is, but I know they up to something. But you know what I found out today too?
What?
They got this new fucking site that's literally just like MySpace. When we had MySpace,
Yeah.
before they made all them crazy changes, you could put music on your profile, all of that shit. It's literally just like MySpace. It's just another name.
Let's see how it come up.
I made one, bitch. It looked decent.
It was hot. Did you find any friends? Any people you know?
My first hour, it was like 20 friend requests.
Oh, they joined jumping.
And my profile got seen like 100 something times.
MySpace used to be the shit. You had your top 5 friends, you had your bio, then you had a
That's
whole
exactly
list,
what
a
they
whole
got.
playlist. Like that shit was fire.
The only thing with that right now is that you can only use the web browser. Like, it don't have no app.
Mm.
It's
It's
literally
still
just like
new.
MySpace.
It's still new. That's why.
Yeah. So, but I heard about that on Facebook, and I was like, oh, let me try it. But yeah, as far as the Facebook changing their name, I don't know. Facebook always up to some shit.
If these apps update one more motherfucking time, like, can we vote? I liked it how it was before, especially Instagram. That shit be confusing. But
Yeah, Instagram definitely got a lot of new shit going on. From they
what you
fucking.
mentioned, Shay, about the cop who killed Breonna Taylor trying to get his job back?
So for those of y'all that don't know, the motherfucker that's so ghetto. For those of y'all that don't know, the cop that killed Breonna Taylor is trying to get his fucking job back.
The audacity of this white man.
The caucasity of this man. That's definitely some white people shit.
Real shit.
I don't understand it. Like, you really feel like you deserve to get your job back after what the fuck you did?
The fact that he feel like he could even approach the situation and get his job back.
Come on now.
That's the shit for me. That's the topper.
I don't understand shit like that. It bothers me because this is shit that happens far too often. It happens far too fucking often. Like, the fact that he can even go about his way to get his job back. He shouldn't even, as soon as they hear that shit, shut the door right in his face. There's no way he should even be able to fight for his fucking job back, period.
He shouldn't even be able to have the thought that he could possibly get his job back if he fight hard enough. This man that come out with no public apology, no, oh, I fucked up, my bad. What the fuck? Like,
Child.
that's that white privilege at its finest.
Mm-hmm. If I was, man, see, the type of bitch I am, if I was really fucking careless and I ain't had these motherfucking kids, I'd been killing all the motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so serious. The motherfuckers is out of
Like,
pocket.
light him
It
and his
happened.
family up while they sleeping. How
It
that feel?
happened too often.
How
Like,
that shit feel?
that shit happens too fucking often. These cops that just blatantly kill motherfuckers for no reason. They don't deserve to be here. And I'm not even that type of person, but they really don't deserve to be here
He
because
should
they
be
really
behind
feel
fucking
like
bars.
real
He gave
shit.
the okay for them to light that fucking house up. He was in charge of that fucking mission.
He knew what the fuck he was doing. I don't care about nothing. None of that fucking shit say he knew what he was doing.
I just want to see if he can get his motherfucking job back.
I hope he don't. And if he do, I'm cracking up. If he do, man, there's gonna be some bullshit. You already know what come with that. That's the nut shit.
And he's a nut ass nigga.
Period. That's our
Yeah,
nut
this
ass nigga for
live.
the night.
Shit, this live was lit. I like this one. Silent Cries.
Yeah.
We got into some shit.
Yes, and it was flowing like water, honey.
Yes.
And we got a lot of engagement, so thank y'all for tuning in and watching.
Yes, we appreciate y'all. And we love that y'all joined in. The men being vulnerable and letting us know what they be going through. We appreciate it. We here for y'all. Real shit. What we talking about next week?
Alright, so next week, it's like, no, you stop being ghetto.
No, bitch, Ratchet, do your damn thing.
So next week we talk about generational motherfucking curses. Okay?
Yes.
Generational curses. Y'all know that's passed down to us, and there's so many different generational curses out here. I just read your lips, bitch. You said, "Hey, fucking yo."
Bitch, don't be reading my lips.
It was so clear. I just had to let you know that I knew that shit, bitch. But yes, we're talking about generational curses next week. So please tune in, you guys. We're gonna be breaking down generational curses, all of that.
Yes. So until next week, y'all know what it is.
I already know what's up.
Yeah, we gonna keep y'all tuned on current events, maybe.
Maybe. I appreciate you both talking about real things.
Yeah, we enjoyed y'all vulnerability as
we
always.
Appreciate you too. So, next week, same time, same place, same faces.
We out.
We out this joint. See you, baby.
Bye.
Bye.